housekeeping. All right. Magic. Here we go. Magic, do as you will. Magic, do as you will. We are now live streaming. Very excited to be here tonight for the Word is Right's double feature open mic featuring Kelly Mary McAllister and Laura Lila. So excited to have these incredible women here and reading poetry for us. Their debut books of poetry from Red or Green Books come out this summer. All right, so a couple of housekeeping notes. Please remember, if you are not reading, please keep yourself muted. This is for the benefit of whoever's reading, that they're not getting interrupted. So please keep yourself muted. This is recorded clearly in live stream. So if you do not want to be recorded, keep your camera off and yourself muted. You do not have to have your camera on to read a poem. So if you're wanting to read tonight, you do not have to have your camera on. That is fine. But let me know if you want to be on the open mic list. The Saturday night open mics are designed. This is our performing arts platform, right? We're a spin-off, a sister station, if you will, from Red or Green Books. So we're very excited to be bringing you through from now through August. Many of the poets who are launching their debut collections of poetry with Red or Green Books. So tonight we have from Canada, Mary McAllister, and from Houston, Texas, Laura Lila is here. Very excited to have all of them. All right, so the open mic list, I have Shaki, Rachel, Terry Rose Jertson, and then we'll go to bring Kelly up. And she'll go into her full featured set. Features have 20 minutes, give or take. I'm not going to buzz you or ding you. And if you want to know how much time you have left, I will absolutely let you know. Then we'll go back to the open mic list. Anyone who's come in and added their name, of course, we'll continue to add them to that open mic list. And then we'll bring Laura up, and then we'll finish up the open mic list. I do sometimes, I don't say sometimes, if the featured poets want to do an encore at the end to close the show, that is an awesome, awesome thing. So if you plan to stay here for the entire time and you want to do an encore poem to close the show, that would be a wonderful, lovely thing. If you have to go, that's okay. We totally understand that as well. This video will be uploaded eventually to our YouTube channel, so you'll be able to catch that YouTube for The Word is Right and Red or Green Books. So if you're not following, please like, share, subscribe, and follow everywhere. For The Word is Right, WRITE, and for Red or Green Books, Red, READ. All right, so rules for tonight. This is a brave space. I never say it's a safe space because I cannot guarantee anyone's safety in a live poetry open mic, but I can say that this is a brave space. We do not require trigger warnings. This is live, so you may hear anything at any time from any of our readers. If you need to step out, mute yourself, or leave the room, we totally understand. We will hold that love for you and wait for you to return. If something is said that bothers you, our deepest apologies ahead of time, but this is, of course, live. If you want to do a trigger warning or add that to the beginning of your piece, we will endorse that and support you in that. But please understand, you may hear anything at any time. You may hear dick, shit, fuck, pussy, all those great, wonderful words. The only thing you're not allowed to bring at any time is any hate speech. If I feel you're a threat to anyone in this room, you will be gone, baby, gone, and not allowed the fuck back in. We run a tight ship, but we do expect respect for everyone who is here. Please remember, we are artists. This is our art form. Do not drop into the DMs of any of the performers without consent. And remember, no is the whole answer. All right. So with that being said, let's go. Let me get this open mic lubed. If you would like to read tonight, Chance on Bird is in the house. Welcome, Chance on. If you would like to read, drop your name in the hat. Oh my God. See, the world opened back up and now I don't even know how to run the online stuff anymore. If you would like to be on the open mic list, drop your name in the chat and I will get you on. So far, I've got Shaki, Rachel, and Terry Rose Jertson. And then we'll bring up our first feature tonight, Kelly Mary McAllister. And we'll go back to the open mic list. We'll go, and then Laura, you'll be next. And then we're just going to keep going like that tonight. I was not sure. Chaz said he was going to be here. And yeah, I'm going to call his ass out because he said he was going to be here tonight. And I know he can count, so he knows I'm 2 hours before him. And so I'm going to go ahead and read this poem. This is a newer-ish poem. I like to go first because that gives our other poets an opportunity. All right, Chanson, I got you. It gives our other poets an opportunity to Get ready, fill a room, whatever it is they need to do as we roll tonight. This was a prompt I did for Poetry Battles, and Ramrock Speaks on Instagram. So if you're not following them, please do so. They do weekly open mics with poetry prompts, which you can write to on Instagram. And this poem is titled Woven in Worry. A braided sheath of paracord is made up of 32 interwoven strands, with nylon fibers twisted around yarn and all wrapped up tightly together. It was used by the astronauts to repair the Hubble Space Telescope. It's so strong. Paracord 550 has a breaking load of 550 pounds, meaning it can carry 549 pounds, but it breaks at 550. That extra 16 ounces spells death should you jump out of a plane or hang off the side of a cliff. In fact, there's a whole math formula for deciding what is too heavy to carry alone. What is the weight of your memory? Of my woven worry, you will or won't return. How do I calculate the break point of carrying your carcass memory in my brain? The way my body remembers our love, the calcification of my heart bone broken all over again. The flex. The flex of being stronger than paracord 550, weaving together everyone who says it will get better. I will survive. How do I pull myself up to the summit of sageable rage just to stand at the top and scream to the sky, ah! Death did not win today. I did not give in today. Make the jump from the plane, pump my plummeting fist to the sky, and yell, ah! I am free now. As the parachute rips me from death's doorstep. It has the strength to save me. It has the purpose to carry me. It has the power to set me back down without breaking. And that's that piece. Let's go. Feel free to unmute your mics as we welcome up our first reader tonight, the one and only, the great Shocky G. Woo, 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 woo.
What's going on? What's going on? I want you to know that Kelly's name is now Carrie Melly.
I did not say that. I said Kelly Mary, but
You
she knows
said
my spoonerism her name. So Kelly
Carrie
Mary
Melly.
Kelly Mary McAllister. I need to say it 100 times more. We're getting there.
um, I guess I'll read my latest two poems. First one's just kind of dumb, and we'll get into it. I'm sorry if you already heard it. In 1781, Noah Webster, forever writing a dictionary, packed his clothes, folded them neatly into suitcases, locked the doors to his school, and kissed Connecticut goodbye. Juliana, his first love, turned down his proposal, and the only thing he could think to do was run. The Webster Dictionary has 9 definitions of the word love as a noun and 4 as a verb. But I wonder how Noah defined love the night before he left, before he sat on bended knee and asked her to marry him, and she said no. I imagine it went something like this. Dearest Juliana, I have never met anyone so perfect for me. How your smile can brighten my day and ruin my life. I mean, I am learning I cannot live without you. I love you like air in lungs, blood in veins, running thick. I want to pour into you. Let the overflow water the base of our family tree. What I mean is, I want to build a family with you. white picket fence or moat around a castle, whatever you desire. I will make it my mission to make you smile. I would say I want to spend forever in your arms, but when I'm with you, time does not exist. Our future, rooted in this moment here, me, my heart, this ring, please, may I have your hand in marriage? I'm sorry, what? What the fuck do you mean no? I already told everybody I was gonna ask you. Who? He's a clown. Are you kidding me right now? Friends? No chance. No chance whatsoever. You know what? I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy. Okay. There's that piece. And this piece, a little bit more on the sad side, called On Sale. Invisible borders, imaginary lines, placing claim on places that wasn't ours in the first place. We were all meant to be free. We've been screaming free Palestine so long, Zionists think it's going on sale. Are you willing to die for something that was never yours? This land, this dirt, the rubble that will someday cover your body, your history, the flag you hold above your head. But you hold that flag above your head, and it is not a white one, not an apology, not a surrender. I see a Palestinian child, and my eyes water. The picture blurs, and I see my nephew, my best friend's kid, a child in the Sudan, the Congo, Ukraine. They shut off water in the Gaza Strip, and I see Flint, Michigan. I see them erase history, and then I see Florida, Texas, and every state that wants to delete my existence. I see IDF soldiers, and then I see a police force trained in their likeness. We are more alike than not, but they are dying. And I know we are next, so we must fight. We are fighting a war that no one wins. We just hope to survive to fight another day. We raise our fists and our flags. We find the soldier in solidarity. We pick up an AR and try to get a W because that's all war is. Take it all back. Because when you scream free anything too long, they think it's for sale.
Oh my God. Y'all unmute your mics. Give it up for Shaki G, please.
Woo! Damn. That last line.
Woo!
I mean, the whole thing, but the last line.
Yes. And welcome, Kathleen Finch is here, y'all. I met Kathleen in Charlotte at the Charlotte Poetry Festival. She's amazing. I'm exceptionally excited that she's here tonight to hear Kelly and Laura. So let's keep it going. Yes, Kathleen, you got a whole night of incredible poetry ahead of you. If you would like to read, if you want to get on the open mic tonight, just let me know. And this goes for any one of you who is here. But if you've not got Shaki G's book, I believe I nominated it for 2 push carts last year because it is that good. If you would like to get her book, hit her up, shakigpoetry.com, and get your copy ordered. She'll sign it and send it to you. You need to have that book. All right. Rachel Johnson is here. Rachel is a poet from right here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am so honored to have her. Also is a good friend of mine. I'm so happy she's here. Terry Rose Jertson, you'll be on deck, and then we'll bring up Kelly.
Good evening, all. Thank you, Marissa. So this evening, I'm going to be reading an excerpt from my memoir, and my prose is lyrics, so I don't consider a whole lot of difference between my prose and poetry. I consider my prose poetic as well. So the title of this section is Before/After. I tread down the bleak, worn, and white Indian Health Service hospital hallway, following the aloof nurse in Winnie the Pooh scrubs, My spine was stiff, defiant. I had been calling and demanding for the past few days that a hospital psychiatrist see me. I was a few weeks into the fall semester, beginning my second year in the Master of Fine Arts program at the University of New Mexico. I was, and still am, a writer. I was desperate. I knew something was deeply wrong, but I thought it was a rare side effect of my migraine medication Topamax, which I'd been taking for the past month. I, at least, recognized that I was having mood swings, but what I was experiencing was more dramatic and deeper than the depressions I'd known before. My experience of reality skewed and swerved into fraught, dark corners. I was crashing dramatically during the 15 minutes between my classes. Elation, even happiness, colored the first days of the fall semester. I didn't question it at first, even though I recognized the quality of happiness was different from anything I'd experienced before. But by the end of August, only 2 weeks into the fall semester, I began to cycle into the classic hypomanic mixed episode. Generative energy became frantic, as if I were driving a speeding car with no brakes. I rapid cycled for nearly half a year. Every day, the pattern was the same. I'd start the morning energized, optimistic, sociable, which I rarely am. But by noon, I'd become irritable, agitated, and then desperate and depressed. By evening, I crashed, usually crying in bed. My fawn-colored pug, Lilu, would lie down with me, near my feet or tight against my side. Finally, the moods became suicidal. The contracted Indian Health Service psychiatrist, a good average psychiatrist, told me by the end of our first session that she suspected I was bipolar. I denied it. I argued that it was the migraine med causing the mood swings. I left with a prescription for an antipsychotic, which suppressed the moods, gave me relief, and turned me into a zombie. There is a before and after bipolar, as there is for motherhood and divorce. Thank you.
Let's go, Rachel. Let's go. Y'all unmute your mics. Give it up for Rachel Johnson, please.
That was really beautiful.
Yes, she'll be here at the New Mexico Poetry Summit in September. So get your tickets, get here. I know that Shaki's coming, Terry Rose is coming. I hope Zach's going to be here. I invited Kathleen. There's so many poets to come and be here for the 2024 New Mexico Poetry Summit. It'll be September 13th, 14th, and 15th. So it's a chance to meet all these writers in person. There's nothing I could convey to tell you. You just need to be here. She has zines and small chapbooks available, so hit her up. Rachel Johnson Writer on Instagram. Feel free, y'all, to drop all your socials in the chat also, so that people can follow each other, be part of connecting and staying connected post-COVID, right? Just because the world's open up doesn't mean that we automatically forget because there's distance. So let's keep going. All right, Terry Rose Jerson, are you ready? Terry Rose is another Red or Green Books author. She did an incredible book, Chameleon Chronicles, Words Never Spoken. It is a wonderful artistic book of poetry. And I say artistic because there's a lot of her artwork that's in there as well. And you can get her book and all that stuff. She'll be here in September, so she'll sign copies for you as well. And then after Terry Rose, we'll bring Kelly up, and then we'll go back to the list, and we have Chance on, and anyone else who wants to read will go back to the open mic list, and we'll just keep going.
Okay, these two poems I wrote in the workshop, that was just right before here. So you, Kelly and Shaki were there, and they already heard these. So minor adjustments on maybe one of them. You don't know this about me, and it's not something that's a big deal, but I do like to go to the movies alone. And lately, the theaters have been empty. That sad fact harkens me back to the days when there were no open seats, filled with kids pounding their feet, who were throwing popcorn at the back of your head and making you wish that they were better behaved, giving their parents the stare as they were kicking your chair. It was a party of sorts. Now the theaters have evolved the experience to make you feel like you're home in your living room. Perhaps that's where they all stay. Either way, I'm still going when I'm the only one there. They need my money to stay open. I don't want to lose another choice by having it taken away from me. It is in the Bill of Rights. It is our right to pursue our happy. So that's one. I can do one more. Yes. Headlines read, "A young queer black man is dead. A young queer black man is dead. Another young queer black man is dead after being attacked by a group of teenagers who were trying to rob him." Were they trying to rob him, or was this another hate crime? While walking to the train, station, or was it most likely running from an angry mob? David Manley was also known by their drag name, Daylicious, is dead at age 23. Dead at age 23, another black man dead at age of 23, and no police report was filed, and no arrests have been made. No arrests, no evidence of the attack was made. After the attack, David was taken to a local ER where they did not admit him. Why did they not admit him? Sorry, I lost my place. I hate this phone. Sorry. Hang on a second. Okay. Maybe he would still be here. Maybe here is still better than there. David had bruises all over his body, black and blue, and beaten for being black and true blue to their identity, and was given a script, a recipe for death, and sent home. David died a few days later alone. They were found by a friend too late. Justice is always too late. Justice is erectile dysfunction. Justice is an arrest not making an arrest. Justice is shoot first, ask questions later. Justice is keeping score of another black. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Justice is shoot first, ask questions later. Justice is keeping score of another black body hitting the floor. Okay, I got through that one. I'm sorry. Problems with this.
No, don't ever apologize for poetry, right? This is what it's at. This is what we do. And it's so new. So thank you so much, Terry Rose. Y'all unmute your mics. Give it up for Terry Rose Jurtson as we bring up our featured reader tonight.
Here we go.
All right, so not enough can be said about Kelly Mary McAllister because she's just too awesome, and so I can't even. But I am humbled and excited to be publishing her debut book of poetry. And if you invested in any book this year, I definitely think her book is one of the ones that you should be buying. So I will go ahead and read her very short bio, which I endear short bios, but it really does not do this woman justice as far as what you're about to experience in the next 20 minutes or so. The open mic list is open. So if you would like, welcome everyone who's joining us. If you would like to read on the open mic list, I will put you on. We're going to continue going. We have Kelly Mary McAllister. Then when she's finished with her feature's 20 minutes, or give or take a little bit. Then we're going to go back to the open mic list, and then we bring up our second feature tonight. Laura Lila is here, and then we're going to wrap up our open mic list. So if you want to read, please get your name on the list, and we will make sure you are heard tonight. In the meantime, I would just say again, please make sure your mics are muted during her performance because we don't want any interruptions. And then when she is done, Kelly, if you need to know how much time you have left, I will keep track of that for you. So not a problem, but I will not buzz you or ding you or anything like that. You're welcome to take as much time as you would like. All right, Kelly Mary McAllister. Yes, Shocky, I can say it right. Kelly Mary McAllister lives in a concrete shoebox in the Toronto sky with a little black dog. She moves the world as a queer, fat woman with a disability. Her work can be found in Cantheus, Grain Magazine, The Banyan Review, and Door is Ajar, amongst other places. You can also find her on Instagram at Kelly Mary McAllister, McAllister. Y'all unmute your mics. Give it up for our first feature tonight, the one and only Kelly Mary McAllister.
Woo!
I think I like the drum roll best of all. Hello. Okay, sorry. I just have to figure out how to, oh my God, make me go back to gallery view. Why are you like this? Sorry, you're right. Marissa, they changed everything. You are vindicated. Yep, that's what happens if I touch that. Did I do that for everyone?
You're good. You're good. Just you
Okay.
you go. You're good. Okay.
Zoom is conspiring to make us all look foolish. Hello, I am Kelly Mary McAllister. It's my great privilege to be publishing through Red or Green Books this summer. I think summer, yes. Time has lost all meaning post-COVID to me. But it'll be my debut collection called Dead Weight, which is a collection in 3 parts. So the first is poems about my weight, what it's like to move through a very thin world as a person who is visibly different. The second is poems about the dead. I had some significant losses over the last few years. And I processed a lot of that through poetry. And then the last section, which is dead weight, which is what it's like to be disabled, physical disability and a mental health issue at the same time, that can make you feel like you're the dead weight. So I'm going to start, after all of that, with a piece that's not in the book. Just because I think it's really appropriate as I sit here with my patio door open, enjoying the fresh air, or as fresh as air gets in Toronto, which is actually a very green city, all things considered. If you are booking travel, please don't travel during my work day. You just get in the way. All right, and on that tangent, this is a poem called Late Spring, Early Eve. The smell of charcoal and smoke, of searing meat, drifts in through the window of my sterile concrete condo. It smells of cheap white buns, burgers like scored hockey pucks, watery mustard, ketchup from the bottle coated in itself, a condiment crime scene. The precarious picnic table with rusted red paint chipping off in chunks, stabbing under my nails as I pick at it, pressing the shard just deep enough to hurt. Kelly, I'm not going to tell you again to stop that. It smells of slides and swings and seesaws with too many kids piled on, too old for the seesaw, still young enough to get away with it. Bikes abandoned on the periphery of a park with no sidewalks. Calling cards for neighborhood friends, one more time around the block before the streetlights come on. Skinned knees and grease-stained shins, sun-kissed cheeks and missing teeth. It smells of my mother's exasperated voice, carried by a soft breeze with the promise of summer. My ears perk, tuned for the cadence, tuned for the exact pitch and tone of her voice. It vibrates inside me, a tuning fork for my soul, calling me home. It smells of home. Not the place I live in at the moment, the place where I sleep, where I keep my things, but this place that I live in always, inevitably, unchangingly. Why would it? Home would always be this place, mine and ours and complete. A place with the promise of endless ordinary nights, just like this one. The smell of charcoal and smoke, of searing meat drifts in through the window of my sterile concrete condo. The place I live in, where I keep my things. And it makes me cry. So that was my first piece. Thank you. The second piece is a little bit of a shorter one, but I wrote it in honor of a friend. So before I do this second piece, I will do the one leading up to it. This piece is in the collection. I'm marketing good. This piece is in the collection, and it was written after an intense loss. It's called 1 Week. It was Monday, technically, in the lost space between day and night, when the day before and the day ahead mix and mingle, but the clock and the calendar and the timestamps of all our texts say Monday. It was then that you reached out, not for an ear or a word, but simply a witness. Tuesday, you took your son to daycare, dropped him off the usual mix of relief and regret. You went to physio, rehabbed a knee that didn't work just right, that hadn't for a long time. Like nothing was working right. Maybe some things don't ever heal. Maybe some things can never be fixed. I took a shower on Wednesday. The strike of water on my naked skin, long overdue. Rivulets and rivers of clean water following the salt-crusted paths of the too many tears that leaked from my eyes like a broken faucet. You had been taking cold showers, you told me, when I told you that I was finally clean. You knew how hard it is to wash the dirt off your body when the dirt in your mind sticks in the cracks and the crevices, the folds of your gray matter, and you can never scrub it out. You were taking cold showers, you said. You ordered me bath bombs on Thursday, a box of bliss to be delivered after. Sweet scents and bright colors meant for warm baths, not your cold showers. I wrote you a poem. You said that you loved it, that it was hard, but it was perfect, that it was you. You read it to your therapist. I can't think of a higher compliment. On Friday, you texted to see how I was. I did not respond. Saturday, you got an MRI for your knee. The part of you the doctors thought that maybe they could fix. It was something small, still significant. So you drove to Kitchener and you got an MRI. You texted me that you'd get the results in about a week, 7 days, give or take. I didn't respond right away. I was napping, trying to shake the tentacles of the migraines I get during the periods where I can't stop sleeping. The cause and the cure, the same. I was asleep when you texted. I responded too late. Sunday, a February Sunday. February of short days, February of endless winter. Sunday, the Lord's Day, Sunday, the end of the week, Sunday, bittersweet Sunday, always under the cloud of what is to come. A February Sunday, dreary and dark and hopeless. You checked into a hotel. You never checked out. My text turned from blue to green, unread. That was for a very dear friend who the collection is actually dedicated to. And I wrote this one for her as well. It's called Purity Lost. It had once been so beautiful, so pure, they said. Untouched, they said. But then they stomped through it with their heavy boots. They scarred it, scattered it with salt and sand and spit, drove over it in cars and trucks and plows, leaking oil and grime, spraying soiled slush. They reshaped it, pushed at it, piled on it, plowed into it. Dirty, they call it now. Ruined. I think we deserve something a little light. Shocky would definitely call me out in the chat if I said that I wrote light poetry. She said my last one was not up to par. Well, at least that it did not qualify as happy. But this is, at least we will say, wryly entertaining. It's called the rice cake offensive. You said have a rice cake. They're a great snack. I can't tell if you truly believed that or if you simply wanted it to be true, wanted to be nourished and satisfied by a thing more air than substance. Perhaps you had taken the old axiom too literally. You are what you eat. You wanted to be airy and light, not solid and thick. We were porridge people, Mom. Why were you always trying to make us into vegetable sticks? You told me it was a great snack as you placed a styrofoam puck in front of me, waved a hand, eat, as if the object in front of me was food. Not packing material for fragile items, not a coaster for a cold drink, not bedding for my beloved pet hamster. Why was only the hamster allowed to be round and cute? You had purchased multiple flavors, you said. I'd recently seen The Princess Bride. I don't think that word means what you think it means, Mom. You were unamused. You didn't often play with me, but now we played pretend together, nodding frantically as we chewed and chewed and chewed. I could hear you counting the calories expended as our jaws worked. The confusion of my ancestors cried out from the DNA in every cell of my body as I worked those tough bites of nothingness around my soft palate. Farmers, the lot of them, Scottish, Irish, Ukrainian, pale people who liked potatoes. Maybe that's why I was shaped like one. I manifested a culinary destiny, built to endure famine, but living in a time of recreational starvation, cosmetic hunger. Nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. I think skinny feels like the dry pebbled surface of a rice cake, a barren, a dessert, a desert of no dessert. In my hunger, I spent too much time ruminating. What is the purpose of food, fuel or fun? Why would things taste good or bad if that didn't matter? I was so hungry all the time, the dry styrofoam texture making me gag as I dreamed of all the food I would eat when you couldn't see. I thought, what did I do to deserve this? I knew. I was weighed down. I was weighing you down. You wanted us to fly, but I just wanted a snack. We were the rice cake generation, the veterans of the war on fat. Ironically, eventually, the fattest generation to date. We lost the war with rice cakes. They don't make great ammunition. But we grew up and we celebrated the loss with real cake, chocolate, and therapy to deal with our eating disorders and the lies we were told, starting with, have a rice cake. They're a great snack. So, I wouldn't say happy, but definitely wittier. Does that qualify, Shocky? All right. That brings us to the penultimate poem, and I always mention the penultimate poem because I love the word penultimate, and there's only so many places you can use it. So, penultimate poem. It's called Undescended. It is a letter to my great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren. You will never read this because you will never be. My line ends with me. My genes are no gift, so my gift to you is nothingness, abstention from this madness. I already struggle with this great winged lunacy. An albatross at sea, an albatross, that's me, so graceful from a distance, a seemingly peaceful existence. But up close, with great wings unfurled as if to encircle the world, the grace is replaced with a skillful predator, a vicious survivor. So right in flight, but always eking out a life, every moment rife with unnecessary strife. So while the albatross teeter on the edge of a species-wide extinction, I will steal that distinction. Save the birds, but leave me be. It's better that this ends with me. And that brings us to my final poem. Actually, yeah, I'll do this one. It works for me. It's called Surfing My Self-Loathing. And it is a slam poem about slam poems. I hate that my self-loathing is always lurking right under the surface, just waiting for a few flakes of failure to chum the water in its service. I can feel it down there, swimming around beneath my feet, while I balance on a flimsy paddleboard, trying to stabilize my core, trying to be positive more. But my muscles are getting sore and I've lost track of the score. What the fuck did I even come out here for? It's not enough for me to write. I want to be understood. I want someone to look me in the eyes and tell me that I'm good, that I'm understood, that my life is more than some antiquated idea of spinsterhood. So I paddle out here, open seas all around. I'm not a very strong swimmer. I hope I do not drown. I scream out my secrets like no one is around, performing like a clown, reading poems about breakdowns. And why do I do it? So that I can feel found, or maybe just seen. But finding self-worth in a number is another failing scheme. Whether it's the scores that I get on a given night, or don't get, come to that, or the number on a scale telling me that I'm too fat, or the likes on my new posts, or my number of Tinder chats, or the raise I didn't get, or the partner that I lack, it's all just a part of some pointless combat, a false flag of failure trying to disguise this one fact, that the monster in the deep, the one under my feet withholding the assurances I seek, has always and only shared my very heartbeat. I won't find salvation or the salve that I crave from riding these waves, from digging my own grave. It's time for me to be brave because the monster is inside me. You can't outrun your own rot. I've got to unlearn all that bullshit I have ever been taught. The praise that I've sought can't be begged for or bought. It must be fought. I ought to be my own champion, even when the waters are fraught. I can't control much, but this I've got. So no matter what happens tonight, the self-loathing isn't winning. I do this for me. I hope that you'll forgive it. All right, and that brings us to the end of my set. A huge thank you to Marissa and The Word is Right and Red or Green Books and everyone for attending. It's lovely to see you all, and I look forward to hearing what you have on the mics.
Wait, there was another one coming, right? No, that was it. No, that was it.
You said we would finish up at the end. I have one piece saved for the
Oh,
end.
oh my,
And
okay.
And it's Shockey's favorite piece.
Oh my God.
So she has to stick around.
It won't. Where's my button to make you not?
I think I'm gone now.
Spotlighted. I hope you were still spotlighted. All right, you guys, unmute your mics. Give it up for Kelly Mary McAllister.
Woo! Yes, Kelly. Yes.
She saves that last poem for the end, which means you can't go anywhere. You got to hold on tight, and you got to be ready for that last poem tonight. I'm so excited. I could have sworn there was one more, so she's gonna hold it for the end. We cannot go anywhere. You must be here for the end of that. That was amazing, and I was taking so many lines down as you were reading. So yes, yes. If you would like to read more about Kelly, you can go to the website redorgreenbooks.com. All of the profiles for all of the debut poets from Red or Green Books are there, including Laura's, which we'll get to hear from her next. And you can get their links to all their social media. Everything is all on the website. So go there, please. You can pre-order her book also through contacting her and all of that amazing stuff. Let's go. All right. We're going to go back to the open mic list. We have Chanson, Doc Janning, and Kathleen. Kathleen Finch is here, you guys, which is so exciting because I just met Kathleen in Charlotte when I was at the Charlotte Poetry Festival. She's an amazing woman. And so thank you so much, Kelly, for being part of the bridging process of bringing, allowing these women to come out and share their poetry is so epically important. So let's see. Chanson, are you here? Are you available?
I'm here.
All right. So Chanson and then Doc Jenny, were you able to fix your technical issues, sir? I want to make sure Doc was able to get back in. Doc Jenny, can you hear us yet, sir? All right, well, we'll work on Doc. Doc is an amazing poet. He also is the poet laureate for South Euclid, Ohio. So we're glad to have him here. And then Kathleen Finch. So those are the next three. And then we'll bring up Laura. And then we'll see if anyone wants to read again. In a second round, we'll go and finish that and do encores from our featured poets. I don't know. It's a Saturday. All right, Chanson, you can't get in. So Doc, I don't know what that means. If you are not able to unmute yourself, we'll figure this out. We'll troubleshoot it. If not, Kathleen, be on standby to read next in case Doc can't get here. But yeah, Chanson. For those who do not know, Chanson Bird runs our haiku workshops on the second and fourth Sundays here at The Word Is Right. He also was challenged by some crazy person to break the haiku record for most haikus for the Guinness Book of World Records. And he's doing an incredible job. I mean, he's tens of thousands of haikus in already. And so we're cheering him on as he does that. That was a pet project during COVID, which is now, I really, really do hope, my friend, that comes to fruition. All right, so Chanson and then Doc, and if not Doc, then Kathleen, just be on standby. Tabitha Adams is here. Do you want to read a poem, Tabs? I know Chaz is here as well. If you guys want to read, let me know. Put your name in the chat. I get you on. All right, Chanson.
All right. I have a poem to share. It's untitled for right now. Love hasn't been lovely. I want to ask the one above me to take away the pain. Relationships are storms and rain, full of indecisiveness and verbal abuse. I'm tired of being treated like refuse. So I'll close myself off, hide under a rock. They all want DJs, musicians, and jocks. No one wants a preacher and a poet, especially with my face attached, and you know it. I can no longer be a good sport. I can't write a positive report on this mystery called love. Guess I'll see you in the heavens above. And then I'll share two haiku. Pandora bracelet, a gift given from the heart, returned to giver. Pandora bracelet, a gift given from the heart, returned to giver. And the last one, you need thicker skin. I just need sincerity, understanding mine. You need thicker skin. I just need sincerity, understanding mine. Thank you.
Let's go, y'all. Unmute your mics. Give it up for Chanson Bird, please.
Woo!
Yes. You can catch Chanson here at The Word Is Right. And best of luck. He has a lot of books available as well. So you can find him and all his information on The Word Is Right's platform. He does the haiku writing workshop the second and fourth Sundays. All right, next up we got so Doc Channing. Did the computer
I got
did
in.
it all work? Yes, Doc Channing, everyone. The poet laureate from South Euclid, Ohio. Good to see you, sir, with the beautiful dragonfly in your background. And then after Doc, we'll have Kathleen, and then we'll bring up Laura.
And I'm also now the poet laureate of Cuyahoga County, Ohio.
Oh my God, every time I gotta learn a new county. Cuyahoga County. All right, the poet laureate of Cuyahoga County. Hopefully, can you rub some of that poet laureateness off on my elbows, please? Because I was nominated, so let's go.
Hey.
Albuquerque needs some good poet
Yes.
laureateness, and we ought to be able to let's just do that. All right, Doc, go ahead.
I'm rooting for you, kid.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. It's good to have you back. Go ahead, take your time, and then Kathleen, you'll be
okay. Lifescapes, illuminated by sun and moon, shaped by shadows and time, are the histories and stories of Gaia. They are a divination of form and function, a cameo of infinity inscribed in colors of forever, expressed in all the tongues of never, in the whispered poetry of eons and the songs of ages. They are the long result of time, a configuration of the random and the inexplicable the incalescence of beginnings, and they are a certainty of existence expressed in a grammar which is not understood, but is. This I wrote while sitting in a park the other day. It could apply to any park which has a creek or river or what have you running through it. It's called Pocket of Time. I listened to water rippling through a nearby creek on its eternal journey through cycles of time and life. The sun slowly recedes from the sky, its blue deepening. The air in this small pocket of time cools. It is early evening and life begins to slow. A quartet of young deer appear on the sward, then disappear into the recesses of nature. Quiet begins to enfold me. Night begins its quickening. Birds sing their even songs into the fading day, and peace flows from the hillsides around me. And this is Soft Animal of the Body. When you open yourself, the soft animal of your body begins to love what it loves, and moments take flight. Moments which soar into infinity on wings of love and life. Moments of intimacy of heart, mind, and soul. Moments of understanding and compassion. Moments of connection. Connection beyond understanding, which needs none other than it is. Thank you.
Oh, let's go. Doc Janny, and he has a new book out. So y'all need to connect with him, please. Unmute your mics. Woo! Yes.
The book's only been out since November.
No, that's well, I mean, it's newer. It's new to everyone in this room, I'm sure. So yes.
I'll throw it in the chat.
You know, I need to get your book, Doc, because I do read a lot of poetry from other poets all over. And so, yes, I need to get your book. If I don't message you, just reach out to me. You have to ride me like Seabiscuit because I'm so busy. Yeah. But I would love to have your book. I would love to read your book.
Oh,
All right,
a poem of mine was just accepted for the National and International Goddess Anthology for 2024, put out by the National Beat Poetry Foundation.
That's amazing. I wish, next year I think I'm going to start actually submitting stuff because I just I find I'm just always too late to submit work. But I have 90% success rate on work I do submit. So like that's pretty good. But I just never have time to submit enough work. So congratulations on having another poem selected for that. That is awesome. I just love Doc's work. Yeah, all right, let's keep going. All right, next up we got Kathleen Finch, all the way from Charlotte, North Carolina. I shouldn't say Charlotte because she didn't technically live in Charlotte, but maybe Charlotte might be enough of a to put her where we all were a couple weekends ago. And then we're gonna bring Lauda up, and Lauda is gonna do her feature set. We're gonna go back to the open mic. I have Tabitha Adams to lead off the open mic. If anyone has not read or if anyone wants to read again, I will take 3 poets to finish up on the open mic list with tabs, so we can bring up our featured readers if they would like to do an encore poem tonight, and that is fine with me. Kathleen, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm in outer space. Hello, we're floating out here. Now, Good evening, wonderful people. First off, before I do anything else, I want you to take your hands and put one like across on this shoulder, okay, and then take the other one and put it across on the other shoulder. And I want you to just like give yourself the most gigantic hug on the face of this earth. And I usually tell people to turn to each other, but this is a little bit different. So I will tell you to make sure to look in the mirror at some time tonight, and tell yourself the words, "Thank you for saving a life." Because that is what you do every single solitary day. Yes. I'm gonna snap myself on that one. But that is what you do. That's what poetry does. That's what art does. It helps people heal, including myself. So it's brought me a lot of really beautiful things. I worked as a nurse during the pandemic, still working as a nurse. I have an arts nonprofit, Charlotte Street Art Collab. If you haven't checked it out, we partnered with John Tariq to do the poetry festival, and love my people so much. But I write poetry and I've written it all my life. But this sweet woman here is helping me get a little bit brave and saying it out loud. So, y'all be kind. But we're gonna start with this one. It's called "Tell Me the Whole Story" or Barstool Story. You take your pick. Tell me the whole story, not half of the show. The joys and the glory, the sadness and woe. I'll perch on my bar stool, leaning in close to behold all the loneliness of life's holy ghost. An elbow to resin, my hand to my cheek, watching as all the layers peel off as you speak. What's left is God-given, the bare bones displayed in telling the truth, a perplexing bond made. The beautiful strain, shining bright in your eyes, unfolding your heart, laying waste to disguise. You are worthy as is, a beacon of light, an abstract design soaring high like a kite above the abyss of dreams you once discarded. Let me carry you up in the arms of the open-hearted. So that's one. I love you guys. I got one-ish. I got one-ish more if we got time. But
yes, go ahead, Kathleen.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so this one, I fun facts, was in an abusive relationship at one point, one that kind of hung out for a long time, about 11 or 12 years. So this is the ode to the ex. Many years ago, you kept me wrapped in a box, donned with a bow and tightly locked, perched perilously upon your mantle to show, a trophy to dazzle, sparkle, and glow. Indentured to your will, I'd charm and amaze, drawing all presents, entrancing their gaze. What a pretty little trophy. No thoughts of her own, just smiles and curtsies, a vapid drone. Then one day, a virus invaded and grew, multiplying defiance and a will to pursue my own wants and needs, a genuine way, blazing new trails despite your dismay. No amount of dented walls or rage-filled screams could hold me back from my hopes and my dreams. So fuck you, dick. Now I run this shit. It's your turn, motherfucker, to grovel and sit. That's it.
Ah, she said that's it. Mic drop. Let's go. Unmute your mics. Give it up for Kathleen Finch. That's it, motherfucker. Woo! Let's go. Woo! Oh my God. Y'all unmute your mics. Give it up for Kathleen, please. She's not used to sharing your poetry. This is an epic event. I'm so excited that you're here, and that you're trusting us with these words in this space. So thank you. Yes, it's exciting. It's thrilling. Just keep coming, keep doing, keep all of it. Let's go. For those who don't know, next Sunday, so a week from tomorrow's Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there who made all of you beautiful people. Thank you so much. Next Sunday, we have the one and only Kimberly Anderson. KMA Anderson is going to be here from South Africa. It is at 1 p.m. Eastern. This is our book club author talk. You can get her book for $5 off, meaning it's only $10 in the month of May. Like, come the fuck on. I'm sorry, not sorry, but if you buy any damn book, come on, that is the one you want to get from book club. It is an amazing, incredible book, and you can get it for only $10 plus shipping and handling. Go to the website, please, and get it. Only in the month of May will you have that discount. So please do that. We'll be here next Sunday doing the author talk. She'll have a 30-minute read, and she's a brand new baby. So I cannot imagine what new poetry Kimberly will be bringing to us as well from South Africa. All right. So we're going to move on with our open mic features tonight. We have Laura Lila, all the way from Houston, Texas, is here. This woman is quickly becoming one of my favorite poets. I did not know a lot about Laura before she came to the Red or Green Books, but I'm so excited to be learning her as we go here. We have 3 launch events. There's 2 more left for the debut poets. We have June, and then August is the book signing, and then we have author talk. We have book club, and both Kelly and Laura are signed up for book club in is some future months. So you got to go to the website, because I don't remember off the top of my head which months they've signed up for. But book club will always be listed on the website, Facebook, Instagram, and of course our YouTube channel. So please like, share, subscribe, and follow, and you'll be able to catch everyone's feature readings for that. Laura, you have 20 minutes, but if you go over or under, or you need some extra time, or you want to know how much time you have left, just let me know, and I'm glad to let you know all about that. Here we go. Laura Lila resides in her hometown, Houston, Texas, with her family, 2 pet chickens, and her niece, Chihuahua. As a child, writing was always the best way of processing her unique, unexpected life experiences within time. As life kept piling on, she drifted away from her writing. In early 2019, she attended local and online writing workshops all over the world to find her way back into writing. She created the pieces of poetry collections in her first debut book, Becoming Forever Changing Leaves. Her poetry has become a blueprint for how she was able to make sense of her unique experiences and redirect her back into her walk of faith. Laura is a community health worker in the medical field by day, attending school in the evenings, an active advocate for suicide prevention and awareness with Poppy's Run for Life, and is a continuously curious fan of experiencing life through art, fitness, and being in the world to inspire others as others inspire her. You can find her at Instagram, LIAU48, on Facebook, Laura Lila, LILIA, TikTok, Internal Waves, and SoundCloud, Laura Lila. Again, you can find all of this information on our Red or Green Books Facebook page. It's all right there. Red or Green Books, READ, redorgreenbooks.com. Y'all unmute your mics. Give it up for the one and only Laura. Woo!
I'm so grateful for all you guys. Can you guys hear me well? Awesome. Oh man, the open mic, and Kelly, thank you so much. I love how we're paired up tonight, being in such similar views and perspectives and situations, but yet it's different. So it's just an elaborate feeling of understanding poetry reaches out so differently to all of us, but yet there's just such an immense connection to everything. And I'm just so grateful that we're all so brave because, oh man, I know how that has been. The journey of finding your voice. So it's really beautiful, and I'm so grateful. And this book has been a collection of a lot of things. Yeah, for September, that's definitely the goal. Yeah, I already talked to work about it, so I'm like, yeah, I think I need to like check out for a second because work never ends. Being medical field and seeing cases, and I think right now we're getting out of like celebrating nurse week, so definitely we got a lot of heroes, and so grateful for everybody and all the work that we do. And I loved how Kathleen was speaking that we are saving lives just by vocalizing and going through our process and picking ourselves up, because I think that's one of the things that I recently was so admiring about myself was I had a tough week, but I'm still picking myself up. And that's where we're at. Um that's what makes that difference of understanding, okay, I know I've gone this far with this with me, but in order to keep going, I got to let go of a couple of stuff. And poetry, that is a big deal for me. That is a way of processing what stays, what needs to change, and obviously what works. And poetry has always worked for me, no matter how many times I've drifted in and out of it. So with that being said, I do want to talk about my first piece that I want to share. It's titled I Kept Driving. And this is going to be in my collection, which is also funny part. It's also separated in 3 different portions of first, more of a mentality, overcoming suicide and recovering from a suicide attempt that was pretty big. And understanding, okay, what is love? How has love really affected me, and how has it really processed within me, and what is my perspective of it? So I tackled that on the second part, and then on the third one, it was just mostly of a reality of life and processing this viewpoint of everything I collected through psychedelics, relationships, experiences in life, work that I've done. So yeah, I'm so excited. So I'll stop rambling on. I'll go to my first piece titled I Kept Driving. I drove around Texas on an empty gas tank, a mind stretched out so thick clouds couldn't see through, and a prayer to keep me going, to get me to my next destination that wasn't waiting for me. I spent days by myself on the road, didn't keep up to call home, didn't even bother to strike up any small talk with a stranger, only focused on posting up to find a decent place to sleep outside with endless views of Texas stars. I found comfort in my curiosity to where a road may lead me to. I found myself less afraid of what I might stumble into, and I found out that I'm actually more worried about what might stumble into me. Most days I went without eating. I drank up on lemon and mint water. Snacks such as mixed nuts and some fresh fruits. And I'd smoke a pack of Swisher Sweets cigarillos to keep me awake. And on other times, some spliffs to keep me going, to push through the dreamy, endless wooden gates that guarded fields, crossed all these roads that I kept driving through. I felt like I was driving through roads that carried all the rage, all the confusing anger, unspoken sadness, and all the tired things that got knotted up years ago that led me here now in some type of acceptance that I would never have found in a lit room. No, all of this had to be found on sides of roads in the dark. When I eventually did make it back home, I felt even more far gone than before, until I embraced a friendly face and then realized, oh, I did survive it all. I did not die out on the roads. I found a lot of comfort in my car. I love driving. I would be a maniac just driving across state lines. I know I would do it, but there's this thing about chronic illnesses. Oh, it's so hard sometimes. It's so hard. But I've found myself in so many situations where I'm like, how did I survive that? I did actually want to see, maybe later I'll probably share some other things, that some of my recordings that I had while I was on the road. I find them hilarious, but very deep at the same time. So on funny notes, I guess. I did want to share this other one called January 24th. Every order with intention should be clear and direct. It's a poet's mind that wants to wander off and find endless traps with no ends. With God, all is never alone. All is with all. Days of rebirth can take place at any moment and anywhere. To feel each stretch, to every pull from end to end, the hard lessons are always with the most simple signs. I kind of wanted to read something that was a little off, but then, I don't know, something funny as well that I wrote, and it will be part of my collection as well. Let me see. My whole document has been a little crazy, so bear with me. Yeah, there it goes. This one's titled Spiritual Skipping. I shoved down a pint of cashew ice cream as if there is no tomorrow. And then I remember there is no tomorrow. It's good stuff. I know. It's healthy, right? So I did want to go into a little bit of my love perspection. I really am a person that's very timid, but at the same time, I just find it so personal when I talk about love and what it means to me. And and then as I keep going about my day, when I'm having these profound thoughts about stuff, and it's like, oh, I'm not the only one. I just happen to have the words for it, apparently. Or they come out and it just happens to be the perfect thing that needed to be heard at that time, or XYZ, right? And that's life. I think we all go through life having these weird moment connections, and I think that's like the most beautiful thing of life, is the surprising moments of, oh, I showed up, I didn't know what I was expecting, and then it was exactly what I needed. I find that a lot sometimes. But for this one, yeah, this is a good one. And of course, yeah, so I'm also having like these technical difficulties where my computer just wants to constantly like reset. So yeah, that's been my life since Friday after 5 p.m. But I think I got it. Okay, this one's titled, He Didn't Know Me. But dear, you're frowning again. I didn't meet you this way. But dear, you're crying too hard. I didn't meet you this way. But dear, you're being too confident. I didn't meet you this way. But dear, you're being too insecure. I didn't meet you this way. But dear, you're unwell. I didn't meet you this way. Why can't you stay as I met you? And yeah, I do want to just end it with my favorite piece from this whole collection. I just hope I could find it, even though I should know it by heart. See. So this one's called Pine Cones. Like a field of pine cones on a fall day, I'd walk barefoot, knowing this is just another cycle. All changing cycles. The never-ending ends of beginnings. I'd walk barefoot across it all. I'd walk between the trees that hear the wisdom within the air, while the weather so confidently changes so unpredictably. I've learned to listen with changing ears. I see clarity now. It pours out like a river from my eyes, and I finally unlocked locks within my heart that I've carried for what seems like forever. And it all comes apart as I step farther into this endless field of pine cones. Knowing what I know now, I wouldn't change any of my steps. Even if I have to walk all the same way back, I wouldn't change a thing. And that's it.
Oh my God, let's go. Y'all unmute your mics. Give it up for Laura tonight. Woo! I wouldn't change a thing. Let's go.
Yeah, thank you guys.
You can get her book as well as Kelly's, as well as all of the 2024 debut authors' books are available. Reach out to her if you want to get all of her social media. Go to the website, click on Beat the Authors 2024 debut post. You can see all of her links, all of Kelly's links. Click, find them, follow, like, share, subscribe, follow everywhere for these incredible artists and their work. get their books. Like I cannot stress enough to you how important it is to get all of these human beings work. You got to do it. And Laura, if you're able to come to New Mexico in September, let me know. I would love that. I would love for Stacey Dyson to meet you and consider you to be part of Tesoro, which is a worldwide women's organization of poets we're part of. Like, I think you would be an incredible addition to Tesoro. So we need to get you into these places and in these spotlights so she can see you and consider, and but a lot of it happens at these events where she meets you personally and she experiences you. So if you're able to come, please come. I would love to bring you to New Mexico and open more doors for you, because I think you're just sensational, and the page is no different, but you as a human being is just amazing also. So thank you so much for being you.
Thank you.
Yes, I'm so excited. All right, so we're gonna go back to the list. We actually only have Tabitha Adams, who is part of Tesoro, who is also a Red at Green Books author, who launched her debut book of poetry last year. So like it's full circle. And then we're gonna bring Kelly and Laura back to do encore pieces as we close tonight down. And we're gonna have a great time. And Tabs is gonna be back here in New Mexico. She'll be back here for the summit. So I can't wait. Hopefully her plane ticket is Monday or Tuesday or next. She gonna stay here a whole damn week. That's fine. We keep her here. But that way she can, we can have more time with Tabitha. But I love this woman so much, and I'm blessed and honored to have published her book last year. So Tabs, I'm gonna let you take it away, and then Kelly, get ready to do your encore piece, and Laura, if you want to do an encore piece after Emily, we'll close the show down and we will call it a night, and we're gonna have sleeping good dreams. All right, Tabs, how are you?
Hey, Marissa, how are you?
Not just start talking. I'm like, oh my God, it's Tabitha. All right, sorry, I'm gonna let you go.
I want to say that Laura and Kelly, you did an amazing job. Your features was amazing. Anybody that can make it out to Mexico, I want to tell you that it was one of the best experiences. Thank you, Marissa Prada, and let me spit. Thank you. Truth is, when I was young, I never thought of picking up a school without a father, a plate without a stove, but it happened. And let me tell you something, mommy. Those nights come heavy. Some days smear into the next, and questions of waking you at 3 o'clock in the morning. Insecurity sit beside you at a school play, and you wonder if the new shoes you bought her make up for the empty chair. Make good of yourself. I remember when it was my mother who danced in the auditorium, long slides to her family portrait. I bet she felt empty too. Maybe. Maybe that's why extravagant dresses came with so much importance for picture day. Perhaps that was a substitute for getting the small package and smiling about it. No mother wants this. Drawings fill the refrigerator, and rare days of freedom leave you feeling empty. Emotions and emergencies become a shade of a difference, and you can't understand how this panic attacks you. I bet nobody noticed the pot of rice you have not ate in 2 days to get her. You come lost, hide in the I'm okay. Yeah, she's gotten so big, right? Wasn't that the plan in co-parenting though? To put a child first? Or yeah, I collected the questions I'm only there to answer. Some days I no longer fit, not in my old circle of friends, nor tomorrow's dreams. Nobody said the jeans would fit this big, that I would lose myself in the process of becoming someone's mother. And I know that's so selfish, But the truth is, when you're a mother, you give up everything. Help comes scattered across the kitchen table, and keeping a strong face doesn't always come easy, but you find a way. You clean the cabinets twice, collect the spare change hidden in the lost invitations, put together puzzles on the living room floor. They'll ask you for 5 more minutes, and you'll give them 10. Smiling doesn't happen sudden, but never give up, because it does. But it's in a child's love that life has true meaning. Shout out to my mama and happy Mother's Day to yours. Thank you, Marissa.
Yes. Oh, happy Mother's Day to everyone. All the mothers of all of the beautiful people on here. Thank you so much. Tabs, I feel you on that. Lose myself in the process of becoming someone's mother. That is profound. If you've not bought her book, please do so. Her book is incredible. It is a wild and so necessary ride many of us women do not take, and it's so courageous and bold and brave of you to have done that book. You can find her book, of course, Tabitha Adams. Tabs, what handles do you want to plug any of your handles?
So you guys can follow me. I'm Tabs Poetry on IG. I'm doing hosting. You can get the book at Let's Support the Brand. The word is right. And you can hit me up if you want me to sign something.
Yes. Yes, get that signed copy from her. Of course, all of the poets who we published, and you know, Tabs, we're slated to publish our 1 millionth word this year. It is a huge undertaking, and you and Laura and Shaki and Terry Rose and Zach and Mary and everyone who's here are part of the undercurrent of the getting to the million words. It's a huge deal, but everyone's profile is on our website, so all you have to do is go to Red or Green Books and take a look at that, and you'll be able to find everyone there. All right, let's go. We have our 2 encore poets ready, hopefully, to read some poetry. Now, Shaki, hopefully Shaki is still here, because apparently Kelly Mary, I said it right, Shaki, Kelly Mary McAllister has saved the best for last because of you. She doesn't know about our nights with Remy, but we will not tell her. Just kidding, Shaki. I can just see Shaki me right now. She's like, oh. But anyways, that's what happens when you get to party with poets all over the world. It is an incredible, fun fellowship. So Kelly will read her final poem. And Laura, if you would like to read a poem to close us out tonight, I would love that. And we will see you all back next Saturday for another featured open mic. And then, of course, the first Saturday of the month is Poetry in a Movie. The last Saturday is karaoke night with Terry Rose Dirtson. So the Saturdays in between are usually filled with incredible poets from all over the world. All right, Kelly, are you ready?
Yes, and I know this isn't my favorite poem of Shaki's, which is 1 week, which I already read, but this is one of them.
Okay.
Ah, my face again. All right. Exercise only works if it hurts. It's the pain that burns those calories. The internal combustion engine of the body is your suffering. Go harder. Tears should slide down your flushed cheeks, salt mingling with salt, an alchemy of perspiration and pain that makes your pump more potent. You should feel no joy. If you feel a moment of joy, don't. Health is beauty, beauty is pain, so pain must be health. There's no room for joy in health. You can find joy in joy when you've destroyed the fat, when you've earned it. You don't look like you've earned it yet. Food is only fuel, not a pleasure, not a pleasant experience, but a penance, a punishment. If it's good for you, it should taste like sand, disintegrating in your mouth into tasteless particle pieces. If you're not hungry for this, then you're not really hungry, are you? If the buckle won't latch on your belt, If you cannot fit into your pants, you should buckle down, buck up, make yourself less, eat less, be less. No one will love you unless you fit into those pants. To buy a new pair is to admit defeat. To accept your features is fine. To fool yourself into the fantasy that others don't see your flaws, you can't ever let them see your flaws. So close your jaws. Diet or you'll die of it. Roll the dice with the vice of it. Don't you know that the last one standing had the life most worth living? Don't you know that the trophy at the end of it all is the smallest coffin?
Oh my God, let's go. How do I take it off? How do I take it off? Oh, maybe, I don't know. All right, let's go. Unmute your mics. Give it up for Kelly Mary McAllister, you guys. Let's go. Woo! Oh. You and Melissa May Dunn really need to find each other and become friends. If you do not know who she is, Melissa May Dunn is in Colorado. I think she's in Colorado. She is amazing, and the two of you, I would love to see the two of you do a team piece, spoken word team piece. It would be, yeah. But yeah, if you get your copy, get your pre-orders in, that's all I can say. June will be the readathon for Red or Green Books. We're going to debut the cover art, and everyone will have additional time to read from their book. And then August, we have the book signing. So you have some time, but not a lot of time, because her books are going to sell out. So if you want your copy, you need to hit her up. So she saves you a copy, and she signs it and sends it to you. For those who don't know, she's in Canada. So like that shit's real. You get your butt here, Kelly. You gotta come in September. Josephine Loray is driving down here from Calgary.
Yeah, Calgary's like a 3-day drive from me.
So fly in instead.
I will do my best. I will do my best.
But she can take the books back in her RV, is my point.
Yes,
right?
that is true. That is true.
This is true. And I'm thinking, like, well, should we just order a lot? You take them all back. Because books are contraband, and knowledge and stuff. So they always ask me at the post office, is there anything dangerous in your box? And I'm like, just books.
Just knowledge.
Just knowledge and history, the way it was meant to be explained. But yes, so you never know. I mean, so seriously, it's something to consider. But either way, it would be lovely, incredible to meet you. And if not, that is okay, another time. But I just love you. And I know Shaggy would pee her pants. I would pay almost anything to see Shaggy pee her pants if you were to come. That would make my heart so happy. Not that Shaggy pee her pants, but it would make my heart so happy that Shaggy would see you come.
Can't put both of my poetic crushes in the same room. You already have Amanda Shea.
That's right. That's right. Tesoro. It would be a Tesoro takeover, right? We have 11 women. Kelly, we need a round of 12. We need to make it 12. We need a dozen. We need a dozen women from Tesoro. We got 11. I need one more, Kelly. Come on, Kelly. I need one more. If you need, we'll do a fundraiser show. And I told Stacy, I said, well, let's do a fundraiser show with all the women who want to come here, and that way, you figure out how to get everyone here. But yes, we figure it out. But if you're interested, if you're seriously interested in coming, we can seriously talk about trying to fundraise, because that was the whole point. Is Stacy sent out in the beginning of the year, are you wanting to come? Let's fundraise to get you here. And so all of the Tesoro women who want to come here deserve the opportunity to fundraise to get here. And that would be lovely to see you. All right, let's go. Laura, do you have an encore poem you would like to do to close us out tonight? And I'm so excited. Like, I don't know these ladies, but I love them. I know them, but until you hug them. Like, Shaki G was not real until I put my arms around her. And she loves hugs, and especially big bear hugs from me. She loves them. Not really. She does not like them. But I love hugging her. So it's not real until I get to put my arms around you. So hopefully you ladies can come to New Mexico. But anyway, so Laura is going to close us out for tonight, and then we will see you all back next week for the other Word is Right open mic.
Yes, September's already manifested. It's just a matter of fact of just it happening. Because yeah, I love it. I love the idea, and I'm so excited for it. I do have one. I wanted to see if I could try to play a recording, but then I'm like, I don't know how the audio is gonna be. So I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm just gonna read something. This one's called You Taught Me. I figured something nice to leave off in a way. Love yourself as you are. You can stop listening to the programming that you grew up watching your parents from and become entangled with, and you could just start to love yourself as you are. Those plastic surgeries don't age well, and one will never be enough. So love yourself as you are. Let go of labels. We are more alike than different from each other. So love yourself as you are. The suffering you went through will make you stronger and grow compassion towards others who are suffering. So love yourself as you are. The time you feel lonely is a time you most need yourself to be by yourself. So learn to love yourself as you are. And that's that.
Yes, let's go. Love yourself as you are. Let's go, Laura. Lila.
Lovely. Lovely.
All right, and I looked on my list. Next Saturday, we have Jeremy Hickson here, also known as Jack Bell Trades on Instagram. So those who are following Jack on Instagram or Jeremy Hickson here, Jeremy's going to be here, and he's going to be the solo reader for next Saturday night. If you have not had a chance to experience Jeremy's work, please come back and support these 2024 debut authors. They're all so unique and different and incredible. This is the chance to see them in all their glory. So thank you so much, Kelly, Mary, McAllister. Thank you, Laura, Lila, for being here tonight. Thank you, The Word is Right. Thank you, Red or Green Books, for helping push and promote all of this. Thank you, Shockey, Rachel, Terry Rose, Chanson, Doc, Kathleen, and Tabitha Adams for being part of our open mic tonight. We will get this eventually uploaded to YouTube. I will email our features and let them know when that happens, so you can take the YouTube video and pull it and use it for whatever you wish. But please like, share, subscribe, follow everywhere that we are. That is the only way that all of us continue to move forward. There's so many things happening in this poetry world. If you want to come to New Mexico in September, if you want to be on the waiting list, if you're coming for sure, and you want to be on the waiting list for the main event stage for Saturday, please let me know, because we're going to be working through that waiting list in the coming months and solidifying the schedule as September approaches. So I would love to have any one of you on that list. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. Keep your pens wet. Don't let anyone hold you back. Kelly, Laura, thank you so much for trusting in all of us to make this happen for you. I'm so excited for the readathon in June. Keep your ears to the ground. I love all of you so much. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. Bye.